Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gunpla Network News. As always, I'm your host, The Spicer, and of course, this wouldn't be possible without those fine folks over at Canadian Gundam. Be sure to check them out, and when you're placing your order, think back to this exact moment in time and use that promo code for 10% off. Now, into the news. Starting us off, we have the new announcement of the P-Bandai high-grade Universal Century Gundam TR-1 Hazenthley II Rah. Set to release in November of 2020 for a price tag of 5,940 Japanese yen. This is the effective end in terms of combat effectiveness for the Hazenthley or the TR-1 series of mobile suits from the Advance of Zeta storyline. This is one of the most well-balanced and field-tested units of the TR-1 series, and is effectively the most efficient it ever becomes. And, it's definitely not hard on the eyes either, especially with that V-fin being one of the most interesting to look at in all of Gundam. We also have the new announcement of the P-Bandai high-grade Try-Age Gundam, set to release in November of 2020 for a price tag of 2,970 Japanese yen. Coming to us from the Gundam Try-Age game released way back in 2011, the Try-Age Gundam combines the best parts of all three Age Gundams, sporting a red and white color scheme. This kit comes just in time for the 9th anniversary of the game's release. We also have the new announcement of the P-Bandai high-grade RX78 F00 Gundam, set to release in September of 2020 for a price tag of 2,750 Japanese yen. Based on the new 1-to-1 scale walking Gundam, this design is a whole new reimagining of the traditional Gramps Gundam. It does have a lot of different coloration and extra surface detail that most of the other versions don't have. And while it won't walk on its own, we can all pretend, and even with a little stop-motion magic, make it look real. We have the new announcement of the P-Bandai 1-to-100 scale RX78 F00 Gundam, set to release in September of 2020 for a price tag of 3,960 Japanese yen. Based on the new 1-to-1 scale walking Gundam, this design is another new take on the traditional Gramps Gundam, but in the 1/100 scale this time, providing a new level of surface detailing and color, even more so than the aforementioned high grade. This is also going to include the Gundam dock, which will double as a display base. We also have the new announcement of the P-Bandai Real Grade Sword Impulse Gundam, set to release in November of 2020 for a price tag of 3,850 Japanese yen. P-Bandai is bringing us the ZG MFX56SB Sword Impulse Gundam from Gundam Seed Destiny. In fact, it's the first version of the Impulse Gundam shown in the show. This variant of the Impulse sports two of the Excalibur MMI 710 anti-ship laser swords and two of the Flash Edge RQM60 beam boomerangs. Specializing in close quarters combat and anti-ship operations, this makes an already versatile unit even more dangerous on the battlefield and even better looking on your shelf. And now for the top 5 of the week. In 5th place, we have Chang On-Nyoy and his high-grade Vargil Custom. In 4th place, we have Patsong, Ramento, and Wraith. In 3rd place, we have Sing Choi in the Gundam Maintenance Workshop. In 2nd place, we have Tonic KG in his custom GPO-2A. And in 1st place, we have Juan Miguel Mendoza in his custom Sinanju. And that has been the news for this week. In those comments down below, let us know what you're most excited to see. Of course, if you're new to the Gunpla Network, be sure to check out our other content. We have news, reviews, interviews, and more. And as well, check out our website, gunplanetwork.com, where all this news is dropped in real time. Be sure to check us out over on Facebook and Instagram as well, and our Teespring store. I've been the Spicer, this has been the Gunpla Network News, and as always, keep on building.